Never in my life did I dream to go to Thailand, much less on vacation even. I'm glad I went. I couldn't imagine going through life and not experiencing a missions trip, and the kind of work that God's got going on really gave me an opportunity to get in on a part of God's kingdom work. It was an amazing opportunity for me. It opened up my eyes and took God out of my box. Now when I read stories of other people or hear other people's stories when they come back from a missions trip, I know exactly what they've experienced.
Greg Moore founded an organization called Training Pastors International about 4 years ago. And what his whole premise is for his organization is that a national can train another national and reach another national better than a missionary. I can't even speak their language. But he knows that a national can do this, but most of the nationals aren't trained. In these villages that aren't even on a map, they have no access to training. They have no access to how to be a church leader or how to be to preach the gospel. And when they have asked us to go down and just help minister to their families, and knowing that when they're going out training these 3,000 men, and each one of those men represent a congregation of maybe 30 or 40 people in the village of 200 that might not even be on a map. Now each one of those men is influencing about 40 other people times 3,000. That's over 100,000 people that I can influence in a 2-week period by encouraging someone else to do a better job in God's kingdom. And knowing that I am doing that just gives me the sense of fulfillment, that I'm doing something in God's kingdom that really matters, and it's just going way beyond my sphere of influence that I have here in Las Vegas.
This is my second trip here in South Africa, and it's mind-blowing on so many different levels, from people not knowing about Jesus to children starving, AIDS. And
I'm very appreciative for where I live, but my heart breaks for the people here in South Africa. I've come to just love the South Africans and their desire to know more, even in the newspaper, whatever they read.
Satan doesn't want us here. The enemy is busy, and he doesn't want us here. So we have to just stay prayed up and just keep doing God's work. And there's plenty of room for everybody to come do it. So try it out next year if you can. Okay, good.
Missions is for everybody. I mean, we're told to answer the call. Go and experience it. The way that we see God provide today is completely different than He provides in Africa. And where we're asking God to provide, you know, our next car and our next down payment for a mortgage or whatever, you know, they're asking for their next meal, light to walk home, and He brings it. I've seen Him make the moon, you know, just be so big and so bright, and just you don't even need lights, you know, or that next meal that He gives. And you'll never see the provision of God here in America the way that you would in Africa. I would love to just leave everything and go, and if He opens the door, then I'll see you later.